What's going on, guys? It's BigBear77 back at you with a real quick fights video. Yes, it's Raw review time. Now, I did not do a Raw review last night like I wanted to because yesterday morning I got up a little bit of a sore throat. Didn't have very much of a voice at all. My voice has returned, as you could tell. Still suffering from some effects of being sick over the weekend, but I'm getting better. So, I mean, it's what it is. Anyways, I got a couple videos to get out today. I'm going to try to push them out as quick as I can. We'll see when they get up. I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm not going to even tell you how long, if I'm going to get them out for sure or not today. And then possibly get some out tomorrow if I don't get them all out today. Anyways, this video is about Raw and what I thought of last night's episode. A little bit of a spoiler. I thought last night's episode was not too bad. They didn't do too bad, but we'll get into that. Let's go on over. Let's get into the Raw review. Okay, before we really get into this review, let's talk about some of the things that we found out on WWE Network or the WWE app prior to the show, like Beth Phoenix going into the Hall of Fame. Now, I'm not going to give you too much of my opinion about her going into the Hall of Fame on this video because I will have a video coming out most likely later tonight about her going into the Hall of Fame, like I do with all the Hall of Fame inductees. But we did find that out prior to the show. The show kicks off with, of course, Goldberg and Kevin Owens segment, and I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't the greatest, but it was pretty good. Now, let's talk about a few of the things that I did not like on the night, such as Charlotte Flair tag team match against Sasha and Bayley. She doesn't have her protege in the match. No. They bring out the battle axe, whatever, the battle cow, whatever. They bring out Nia Jax. Now, Nia Jax comes out, and I thought it was, we found out later on that they're setting up for Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, Fastlane. I don't know how that match is going to go because Nia Jax pretty much dominates matches, but we'll see how that goes. I just, it still was not the greatest of action in the ring. Also, the Shining Stars against the Big Show. Now, there's a whole nother part to that I want to talk about in a second when I get into the good stuff. But it was, it was a squash match for the Big Show, really, honestly, because the Shining Stars look very weak against the Big Show. I'm just saying. Yeah, so one more thing to mention, the Sheamus Titus O'Neil segment and the match was not the greatest. I could have done without that the whole night. I'm serious. I'm being serious there. I am dead serious. I could have done without that, but it's part of the show, and when you have 3 hours to fill, I guess that's what it is. I'm not a big fan of this Titus O'Neil segments they're doing and the character building they're doing for him, so what it is, though. Now, I did like the segment that happened at the beginning of the show with New Day. Now, if you guys watch the Oscars, you know what happened at the end of the Oscars. The fiasco. I'm sure you've heard about it at least on TV if you watch any kind of TV because everybody's been talking about it. Well, you figured the WWE would capitalize on it. They did when it happened on with the Miss Universe contest or whatever it was, Miss America, I'm not for sure, I think it was Miss Universe. Either way, they did it when it happened there with Steve Harvey. Now they do it again with this one, with New Day, using New Day in the segment. New Day comes down, they're talking, they said after we take care of the Shining Stars. Well, Shining Stars is walking down, they go, whoa, they got handed an envelope. Whoa, I'm sorry guys, you guys aren't fighting us, you guys are fighting Big Show tonight, because the people that are fighting us is Rusev and Jinder Mahal. I thought that was great. The match was even good. Really interesting. I mean, I love how they threw the jab in there at the Oscars, and then they got on with their business. Thought it was a very good match. Also, I want to talk about Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman at the end when they had the contract signing. I thought it was very well put together. I'm getting tired of the Braun Strowman or else attitude he has. I think it's getting old. Hearing him say it 3 or 4 times a show gets a little old. I mean, once a show maybe, but 2 to 3 times a show, no. And he does it to McFoley twice, telling him, or else what? Or else you go eat another cookie. You go take the guy's food back in the back and eat it all. I mean, come on, give me a break. Or else what? I don't get it. Anyways, but I thought it was a good build for their match at Fastlane or whatever. So, going forward. I also wanted to talk about Triple H, Seth Rollins. Seth comes down to do his interview. He says he doesn't know if he'll be able to be at WrestleMania. Then here comes Triple H. There's Samoa Joe. Then we find out, instead, you got it, Hunter. I will be at WrestleMania. So get it in your head, folks. It is confirmed. Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Anyways, also I like the whole segment between Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe. I thought that was a pretty good fight at the going back to the locker room for Samoa Joe. I think that there's a feud building right there too. So there's a couple matches I didn't really mention tonight, and I did that on purpose. But we'll get to that in a second. I think that's all. This back and forth thing between Stephanie and Mick, I'm kind of liking it. I think it's adding to the drama, adding to the rumors. Then you've heard the rumors that pretty soon Mick's going to get fired from his GM spot. So it's adding to that. It's building off of those, and I kind of like it. I think it's actually pretty entertaining to see them go back and forth. He doesn't trust Stephanie. Stephanie doesn't like him because he won't bow down to their demands, the authorities' demands. I like the storyline they're going with it. Well, now it's time to go ahead and close this off. Like I said just a little bit ago, I didn't mention all the matches. I actually didn't mention any of the cruiserweights. I will say this, it's the cruiserweight matches were set to build for matches heading to Fastlane. Just basically put some talent in there, let them fight to build up Fastlane and things like that. I didn't think the cruiserweight action was as good as it's been in the past, and I'm a big fan of the cruiserweight division. I just didn't think it was as good as it was in the past, and I think it was just they're getting ready for Fastlane. That's all it is. So I mean, just go with it. There were a couple other things I didn't really talk about because really I could go on with or without them. Like Big Cass's match, didn't really talk about it. Could have gone with or without it. It's building for Fastlane. I thought Raw did a decent job of building for Fastlane, but not a fantastic job. And for that reason, I'm giving Raw this week 3.5 bears. Once again, that seems to be their average here lately. 3.5 bears, and that's probably being a little generous. There were a few times that I said, oh, but it's what it is. It's what we get. I don't know. So, I'm going to get on out of here, guys. Catch you guys later. This is Big Bear signing out. Remember, down below, everything's in the description. If you like this video, share it, comment, like, whatever. Catch you guys later. It's Big Bear signing out.